So these are the 3 newel posts that we have picked up over the last few months for the library space here. As you can see behind me, we've taken out the railings and the posts, and we wanted to add something quite dramatic to this space for this library. So we found these 3 newel posts, and the thing I love about them is they're all slightly different, but they've all got a story. So this one we actually found in a small antique store a little bit further north of us here in New Brunswick. And we found it online, we drove up there, and we ended up buying a whole bunch of stuff, to be honest. But we went for this newel post, and it's just lovely, and it's obviously come out of a beautiful home, and it's got age to it, it's got wear to it, but we are going to refinish it. Now these 2 we actually found from a local house here in Dorchester, which is really lovely to keep it local. They were both in a very, very old house and have a long history here in Dorchester. So we've brought them in, and we're gonna again refinish them, and we're gonna put them in the library. So as you can see, they're all a little bit different. We're gonna get them all stripped down. This one is definitely bigger and it's much wider. So we've decided that this one is gonna go downstairs in the hallway at the bottom of the stairs. So when you come in, this will be the first piece that you kind of see as a dramatic, having some dramatic impact. And then these 2 we're going to use upstairs. This one we've decided is going to go on the top of the stairs. So this week we have been preparing that space, getting the old post taken out, and we'll show you what we've been up to with that. And then this one is going to go on the other end of the railing, and then once they're in, we will actually put the railing back in, the original railing back in, and hopefully it will look like they've always been there. And I love that they're a little bit different. They're not exactly the same, and they've got a story in the history. So we've been working on the railings here. We've also been working on our bathroom, and we've had a few other exciting moments this week. So let me show you what we've been up to.
Our first job was to take the old post out and to cut the railing. And this post did not want to come out, so it took a bit of brute force for us to get the post out of the floor. But eventually we managed to do that, and we were able to start cutting the floorboards to fit the newel post.
You can see how beautifully this newel post fits at the top of the stairs. We haven't done anything to it to restore it yet, but it already looks really, really great. It fits beautifully into the floorboards. Stephen's done a great job of cutting those out, and that will fit beautifully. And then if you can see the detail on it is just lovely. It's one of my favorites out of all 3, to be honest. And then on this side, you can see how we've cut the railing that comes up from the stairs, and that will go straight into the side of the newel post. Make it look very seamless. It's actually worked out really, really well. And then you can see at the other end, the other newel post will be sitting at the other end, and then the handrail and the spindles will go between the 2. So it'll have a really nice old library feel to it. I don't know whether you remember, but I started scraping the paint off these steps a long time ago. In fact, I just looked back and it was actually July last year. So it's almost coming up to a year, and I remember thinking when I first started them, oh, this won't take me very long. I'll just scrape the paint and get that done. And I think I did about 3/4 of the steps, and I worked out each step took me about an hour and a half. And then I got completely distracted. And granted, there is a lot of things in this manor that can distract you. So I got distracted, and these last 4 steps got left. There goes Hendrix. They got left, and they've been sitting looking at me for the last year. And so this week I finally got it finished. And I finished the last 4 stairs, and then I also have scraped the paint off this edging. So we'll repaint this whole piece that goes up the side of the stairs. And then the stairs themselves, we're actually going to sand and stain the top piece of the stair. And then this part will be painted. And then we're going to add a nice runner that will go all the way up the stairs. So it's going to look beautiful, but I think it's probably one of those jobs that has taken me the longest since we moved into the manor, because coming on a year is a long time to be working on a project. It's always fun when boxes arrive, and especially when you can't remember what you've ordered, which happens to me all the time. And this week has actually been a good week. I just got this box, and I've just been opening it. I thought I would show you what's inside. And this is our ceiling crown that will go in our bathroom. So I can get this painted, and then this is going to go on the ceiling. But we actually use these in the Parisian suite, and they're just gorgeous. So that's going to go onto the ceiling, and then we're going to have the chandelier hanging from it. So that was our first delivery this week. And then the other one we actually have are these two big boxes. Now these ones, I'm not going to open quite yet, but these are tents, because we are starting to prepare for our summer market, and we're going to have some of our vendors outside, some of them inside. And so obviously we want to ensure that everyone is dry if it rains, but also having tents definitely gives it that kind of feeling of being at a fair. So we have purchased two different size tents, and they've just arrived. We're actually going to be getting them out, so I'll have to let you know how it goes with our tent making. We're going to put them up, and then we're going to see whether we like them, and if we like them, we're probably going to get some more. But it's a good start for our summer market, so I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to look like. But that needs two people. Tent putting up is definitely a two-man job. So I'm going to wait till Stephen gets home to put these up. But I will make sure I video it for you, because I'm sure it will be quite entertaining. Well, you never know. Maybe it'll go completely smoothly, but we'll see. So I'm going to get this piece up into the bathroom, and I'll show you what we've been up to up there.
We decided to paint the walls in the bathroom a very neutral colour, and with them painted we would put the toilet back in, and the tub took position in the window, and then we were able to put the vanity in.
So as you can see, our sink is now in, and we're kind of working on putting the rest of the vanity together. We have our brass plug that is ready to go in the sink that will match our taps. So that's ready to go. And then in terms of the mirror for here, we wanted to really keep it in style with the vanity. And so this vanity actually came with a really beautiful big mirror. And it had these pieces on each side, and the mirror would hang, or basically hang from the two. So obviously with the sink here, we can't use this. So what we did was we actually cut this in half. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut it to fit into this space. So we have this beautiful detail, which I'll paint in the same blue as this French duck egg blue as the unit. And it will essentially just frame the sink, one on either side, and then we're going to put the mirror onto the wall. So it still has that authentic mirror that came with the vanity, but we've just kind of MacGyvered it so it fits with our sink. So these are ready. Now the vanity's in place and the sink's in place, we can actually get these cut, and then I can paint them up and paint the mirror up so we can get that on the wall and get those the vanity finished. I'm very excited to be able to show you our wall sconces that we have now put onto our bookcase, and I think they look fantastic. Like, they're the perfect old library look. They look great with the blue. I'm just so excited, and I'm going to show you. Let me got a little switch here in the bookcase, and I can turn them on so they just look gorgeous. So, and it's a really soft light in the evening. So these will be on, they come on automatically every evening, so our library is lit, and I can't wait to sit and enjoy a nice book in the library when it's all put together. It's such a beautiful day today. I thought I'd go outside and show you how pretty our meadow looks behind the manor. It's just full of colour and is looking lovely, so let's go.
It's amazing to think that this area last year was just all completely overgrown, and now it's full of colour.
So So I'm just doing a little test of our heated floors. We laid the floor and put the tile down, and Stephen turned it on this week to just check that it was working. There's always that fingers crossed because we've laid the tile and there's nothing we can do about it, but it works. And I can safely say that it's nice and warm. Not that we need it today, it's such a beautiful day and so warm and sunny, but I've tested and it's a nice warm floor. I'm also having a look at our taps that are going to go onto this tub, and very sadly, as you can see, they are not quite the right colour. We actually got sent the wrong ones, the wrong colour, so we've ended up with the silver, which is lovely, but for this bathroom we're obviously going with the gold, the bronze kind of colour. So we've got to send those back and get a new set. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer before I see this tub completely finished. But we're hooking it up with this set at the moment, and then we'll switch over when we get the gold ones through. So I'm going to get back to work, and I hope you have a fabulous week. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Hopefully it's just as beautiful wherever you are. And I will see you on our next episode of the Lady Smith Manor Diaries.